what we ended up with last time was that you had saved the life of Brink, a biker in your gang, who is all chewed up by animals. And that's something that you had assessed, right, when they first came in. Obviously, the person who is tending to this person medically has got a much better look at the issue. And you were cleaning your workshop, which, as I said, was going to take hours.
Yeah.
And therefore, and you are... I am amused.
Yes.
Your character is forced to clean your room for hours.
I will find my tools,
Right. Mm-hmm.
Structure
Mm-hmm.
is important.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll organize them differently this time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
vacuum cleaners went are gone.
Now, what are the things that your character would be up to? Oh, the two women who brought Brink to the house, who was in medical crisis, started at 6. See this little clock here? That's for injury. Brink started at 6, but given the roughness of the transport, wrapped in a sheet, and each end of the sheet was on a different motorcycle. So he was like suspended between the two motorcycles, bleeding. Had brought Brink to a 9 by the time he got there, and then Dez has labored to restore Brink to a stable condition, no longer dying, and the so stabilized is if he had a little clock, it would say stable. We don't know why or how this happened. And the way we're going to learn a little bit about this now is a bit of retrospective. What were you doing today? Out there with your gang or whatever.
It's 30 gang members, right?
Right.
It would make sense that I don't spend all of my time with the gang.
Correct.
Considering that I have... I seem to be very proud of my bike.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that I would be working with my bike.
Okay.
And I wasn't looking around for my fellow associates.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he got attacked by some animals off on the side of the forest or something.
Mm-hmm. So you're busy, looking over your bike, and let's see how well you do with it. Let's see how sleek you keep it. This is going to be a move. I'm going to request or require you to make a move regarding cool.
So you roll.
You will, for all rolls, roll 2d6 and add whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get a 10 or above, you were extremely successful. And it may even buy you a +1 forward, which means a floating bonus for the next time you do something that was affected by that roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you're buying a bonus for later, as well as whatever you succeeded in right now. If you get a 7 to 9, it's either kind of a medium success with some downsides. And in many, many cases, it's going to list a bunch of stuff. Like here, when you do your pack alpha, you try to impose your will on the gang, you roll hard, and you'll get all 3 of these bullet points if you get a 10 or above. But you'll get, but if you get a 7 through 9, you choose one of them that they do. And if you get a 6 or less, then the miss result occurs. It's a flat failure, and usually has something bad about it. So most of the moves have this. For something like this, I'm going to simply do kind of a medium thing for 7 to 9. and you'll add,
6 + 2, so an 8.
and so, which is good because otherwise it would have been a 6, which is you would have messed up your bike.
Yeah.
So since it's only a medium situation, you'll get no bonus going forward, but you maintain your bike in the manner to which it is accustomed. Now, the other question I have is, what did you tell your gang to do?
Scavenge around.
Because they were, I don't know, your gang felt like not scavenging around and having a big party and, wasting all the barter that you just spent, basically. Your gang is cheerful today and wants to go and I don't know, have a biker apocalypse party somewhere in the ruins, which would use up all the barter. You would have 0. They would drain even more barter.
So I have no barter.
No, that's what they want to do. You want to impose your will upon them, the bastards.
Yes.
Okay, then. This is where you roll. This is your special move.
Yeah.
And so you're going to add hard.
No, it's on the other side.
Mhm.
So +2.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh no.
A 6. Fail.
Ouchie.
And it says, on a miss, someone in your gang makes a bid, idle or serious, to replace you for Alpha.
We have a home for you.
Immediately. So what does this mean? I'm not the gang leader anymore.
No.
Makes a
That-
bid.
that makes a bid. That means that they're going to make it sort of public, or they're going to express that they are going to replace you. And it says idle or serious. You can't. It's up to me to decide whether they're kidding, which still is disrespectful, or whether they're serious. And this is somebody who's about to shank you for it. I'm going to say that we're just starting off. Always good to have room to escalate.
Yeah.
And so Brink, one of the tougher members of your gang, someone you've often relied upon to lay down the pain on somebody. Brink is saying, well, if you're just going to make us work, I mean, what's the point? He says, I'm boss for the day, everyone. Let's party.
He's being nice.
I don't know. This is the
Well, I mean,
you're kind of like, I could just work on my bike and let that slide. How does Bullet feel about that?
Was that the guy that got?
Oh, dude, that.
No, I'm wondering if.
I know you are. Bullet has no idea of what's going to happen in the future, so.
No, I'm asking as me.
I know. And I'm deciding, because that wouldn't actually happen in play for you to be able to ask that. Yes, it is.
It is. I'll throw them to the animals.
Oh.
I
Okay.
have 30 of them. It's
Oh.
like disposable resources.
Okay. Oh, all right. So, what animals?
Damn.
I have stated no animals. I mean, I have presented no animals in this situation. There are, of course, feral dogs out there in the, in the wasteland.
Or will I knock him out and then drag him to the animals and throw him to them?
Go aggro.
That is a go aggro.
Yeah, that's the command.
Mm-hmm.
It's a gang for a reason.
Are you going to have them do it? No, you said you would.
No,
Do
I
it.
would do it.
Ah, right. Yeah,
It's
that's
personal.
yeah.
What?
It is personal.
Yeah.
So everybody, we are seeing our first go aggro.
Yippee! Good job, man.
We'll be back to our regular program at the house in
Yeah.
in a
In
moment.
a short intermission.
Yeah. Roll plus hard.
Oh,
They've had an intro in the story.
so +2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go for it, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hit a 10.
Wow. So a 10 is fantastic, right? They have to choose one. They have to It says cave and do what you want, or force your hand and suck it up, which is basically make you do it and take the pain, but not. And yeah, they cave and do what you want, which means he won't take harm. See, it says they have to, which I think means that it kicks to the game master. Sometimes the instructions say the rolling person chooses. Sometimes they refer to the target, and if it's the target, then that's probably my choice. Use my reading. So I choose that Brink says, "Ack," and submits to, to being thrown to dogs. Force your hand and suck it up. No. That force your hand and suck it up means he's going to take the harm. So that means, he's going to defy you, and you actually have to make good on your threat. You actually have to do it. So, when the character's differently, right? That means character inflicts harm on the target as established, determined by the weapon and the target's armor, which is the usual situation when it's kind of a fight. Here, we're going to abstract it a little bit and basically say that they're going to be...
We have to have the timeline in order.
Right, and not only that, but I'm going to say that it's going to be a lot like basic harm that you could do, is like harm 2 or something like that, which wouldn't take him to 6. So, therefore, we have a bit of a gap here from you basically punishing him a bit, go stand with the dogs for 5 minutes, kind of thing. All right, everybody, get the fuck back to work. But they don't. They went on had a party, right? Because they disobeyed you. You've made your point about standing up to you, but that didn't mean you got to make them do what you wanted. You failed that.
Yeah.
So, but now we have a gap. Hard cut. The 2 women, right, with him all bloody and bitten. Worse hurt than one might expect. That was a lot of work for a little retconning.
Yeah.
But we're good.
Yeah.
And so we are now moving to our next, there's no immediate crisis. You've stabilized Brink. The 2
Good job, man.
women are being Scab and Skank, other members of your gang.
Amazing names.
Yeah.
Let's have them.
I'll just let you imagine whatever it is you need for those names. But they are not talking much. So they're not going to tell you like what happened or anything unless they're influenced. I'm playing them as being very closed off about this. In fact, they may even, once they see that you're tending to them, kind of look at each other and kind of wander off more toward their bikes and kind of talk quietly a little bit between the 2 of them and kind of look uncomfortable. That's you're busy with Brink, so you might not see that. You, on the other hand, as I recall, were being sort of alert, at least to whether they were going to track Gunk into your house, which you told them not to. They didn't.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, you're still going to be a little bit alert to what they're up to.
Probably, but I think he actually will be social and nice and inviting, and how real that is for you to decide.
I'm liking this. I mean, are you going to bring them lemonade, or
There's actually a pretty good chance of something like that, or maybe water, but waste
Right.
down not a lot. Here, take water to really get some.
you look thirsty? That was a tough drive.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you. Okay, so I have here as well. Look what I brought.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah. Now I could only find this floor.
Mm.
Yes.
So there is an upstairs,
Yeah.
and you can see that
Yes.
where the stairs go.
Yeah,
But
like,
this is the garage right here, and there's also a secondary garage. And maybe that's where you keep the good stuff, right? Back here.
Yep.
And then look what I found, the dining room in the back, just like we said, right next to the covered deck. So this is exactly the way that we actually did. I was like, how did they know?
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so, and then over here is your master bedroom
Mhm.
with its own deck.
Mhm.
And maybe, oh, well, anyway, you guys get the idea.
Yeah.
You have freedom of action.
How's the tidying going on?
We have a lot to play. You can always do moves and stuff.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, is there anything else you want to deal with here, with Brink or with, or anything else? Can I see your sheet?
Yeah.
All those basic moves, and then your angel moves. Battlefield Grace doesn't matter at the moment.
No.
But you do have the opportunity to do Touched by Death because you
Yeah.
are caring for someone right now who is unconscious. And that is, Augury is one of these weird peripheral moves, which you can do in your, no, you could do in your workshop if
Yeah.
you had the right move.
Yeah, if I
Augury,
upgrade it.
right? You can, and if you succeed, you can reach through the world's psychic maelstrom to something or someone connected to it for the thing that you're dealing with. And so you could actually reach to something that's connected to whatever happened to Brink.
Ooh.
You can isolate and protect a person or thing from the world's psychic maelstrom. You guys don't really know what the psychic maelstrom is because we will be developing that in play.
Yeah.
I get to play it. Basically, think of it as sort of all the badness ever.
Yeah.
Isolate and contain a fragment of the world's psychic maelstrom, which won't make any sense until we have a better idea of what it is. Insert information into it, which is interesting, or open a window into it. But by intent, a lot of these are really vague on the part of the author. But that one about reaching to someone or something connected to it is more concrete.
Yeah.
Depending on the role, it will. But depending on the role, it will have a you'll get to choose some other effects. Now, this is only if you want to do this.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get out my GMing book here. There. Because that's where I have instructions. We'll get back to you two in a minute.
Yeah.
So, how are you going to do this? Is this something where you like touch him and close your eyes, or what do you do? It could be anything, which is you sort of mystically connecting with this person who has come under your care.
Touch him
Okay.
and close my eyes.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. In that case, now we roll, and if I'm not mistaken, this is a weird.
It specifies on the sheet, so.
Wow.
Mhm.
You can use these.
What is it?
Ouch.
4?
They die in their sleep.
Let me go back to my.
Brink.
Can I have that?
Brink. Hello.
Brink.
Brink. Hello. Where are you?
Wait, not that one. This one. Augury. On a miss.
Oh. He dies.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
First of all, we're going to give you the imagery that you have conjured up, right? And you're going to live as if you actually lived the full life but only in a span of 4 or 5 seconds of a creature. Like from the moment that it began developing as an embryo, you are going to experience its life all the way up to the present day in
Interesting.
about 5 seconds.
Nice.
And it begins as a comfortable little embryo in a safe environment, in a safe, warm place. And it is born, and it is a feeble little puppy who cannot see. But fortunately, there's milk, and everything is fine, and it has all of its little brothers and sisters, right? And you will grow, right? You will develop through this dog's life of utter savagery. After that brief bit of wonderful beginning, goes into a life where half of the siblings kill the other half of the siblings. And that's one of the reasons why this one lived. As soon as a new litter was born, you became the enemy of the mother instead of taken care of. That you had to, live in the most wretched, apocalyptic conditions, most ruthless circumstances, and that you began developing like an extra tooth row outside your teeth, right? And so turning basically more and more monstrous with an oversized head and jaw. And a few of the others did as well. And at this point, you found that it was easier, that now you were capable, now that you were bigger and faster than the other dogs too, that you finally got big enough where the monsters who ride the roaring things and who shoot you sometimes for food, right? That you can strike back at the monsters.
Wow.
And
Monster.
and so, you kind of get this, and you awaken. I mean, you come back to awareness because Brink has heaved himself up and is growling and drooling copiously with these oversized fanged jaws that seem to have developed right there because you unfortunately have tapped the psychic maelstrom and brought whatever it was that was bad out there right into Brink. Because it says, on a miss, whatever bad happens, your antenna, the thing you're using to focus, takes the brunt of it.
Seems like a good asset.
Maybe it's time to neutralize the threat.
Yeah, how do you want some water?
Put a leash on him.
Well, you were over there cleaning.
Yeah.
You just got that last wrench,
Yeah.
right? That took a while.
And I hear
Ooh. Well, let's take a look at the map there. I think you're way across the house.
depends on how across you're thinking, but
Well, you're over here or here.
there. I would say.
And as far as I'm concerned, I live with teenagers. And that means that if I shout somebody's name and they are only one room away, they can't hear me, obviously.
Weird house you got.
So how possible would it be for you to hear the growling over there in the dining room from here, and I say impossible?
Ooh. Cool.
Help. Help. Help.
Do I hear that?
Quite possible.
Quite possible.